Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll start in 2 minutes. So we'll get started. I'll share my screen. We are in the Bhagavad-gita 18 chapter 18-day program organized by ISKCON Somerset. We completed 10 chapters. We are in chapter 11 today. And everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, great. So we'll start off with Gita Gyan. Means we are why we are having this Gita Gyan means like the knowledge of Gita. Gita Shastram Vinodena Kartikam Yo Naye Naraha Natasya Punar Avrittir Maya Drishta Kalipriya. Oh Narada, I have personally seen that a person who happily reads Bhagavad Gita during the month of Kartika does not return to this world of birth and death. So don't think that this what we are doing right now will not give any benefit. Basically, we started this program during the Kartik month and we read Bhagavad Gita, a few verses, so that benefit is immense. And if we keep doing this, and if at all we read the whole of Bhagavad Gita during the month of Kartik, then we don't have to come back this to this world at all after leaving this body. So we'll say a few prayers before we discuss about any spiritual topics. Please, you can all unmute and we can say together. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। नमो ॐ विष्णुपादाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिन् इति नामिने। नमस्ते सारस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे We are dedicating this program to ISKCON founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Sri Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. At an age of 70 years, he made the journey to the west from India on a ship called Jaladuta. It was a 40-day journey, and he suffered two heart attacks during the journey. And um, after that, he was almost to give up, but then he just surrendered to Krishna. Of course, he fully surrendered to Krishna, but at the time, he offered a prayer to Krishna saying that, "Oh Krishna, I don't know why you're taking me to the West, but I'm doing an attempt to fulfill the instructions of my spiritual master. If at all you desire, please let me do whatever." He says that let me dance however you want. And the captain and his wife in the ship and all the crew, they were worried that if at all he gets another heart attack, he will not survive. But then, as if a miracle happened, the sea becomes very calm. And after the end of the journey, the captain comes and says, "Oh Swamiji, like I have traveled across these seas between different countries many years, many times, but I have not seen the sea so calm for the first time in my life." So it's as if that Krishna took over from that point onwards the journey and made everything smooth. And if you see after Prabhupada landed here, it's like it's not an easy journey. Like coming during the time when hippies were in the society, like not following the government like rules and regulations for the reasons that they are frustrated with the government. um, Having to convert them is like a miracle because they are taking up into the wrong path of illicit relationships, drinking, drugs and everything, and to convert them into devotees is like everybody at the time, many governments were shocked. How is this one old man coming from India was able to convert these people who we have been trying to convert them from so many years to come back and merge into the society, right? So he not only brought them back to the society, but he brought them as the perfect individuals, which are like no intoxication, no meat eating, no illicit relationships, no gambling, and following the these four regulative principles and chanting 16 rounds. And there is nobody more ideal than them. And so the impact that he made, and during this journey, it was not like a piece of cake. Like he had, if you read his biography, the struggles that Srila Prabhupada went through after he came here, he was seeking for help. No, he did not get help from any of his um, other Indian organizations that are already there, religious organizations. He did everything single-handedly, and the only thing we can, when we look back, we can see that is he has Krishna's divine blessing, divine mercy within on him, and he was completely empowered. He is like uh, so much empowered that what he did is no man can really do that. Within the short span of 12 years, he brought this Krishna consciousness movement across this entire world,
No.
and everywhere you see that when the Rath Yatra happens, it's all because of Srila Prabhupada. And his disciple, His Holiness Jayapataka Swami, he is one of the senior members of ISKCON. He lives in Mayapur. He's currently in Chennai, India. So we are inspired by his instructions to emanate or dissipate this in knowledge of Bhagavad-gita to everyone freely. So we'll start off with the Gita Mahatmya, discussing about the glories of Bhagavad Gita. Anyone wants to read the verse and the translation?
Yes.
Go ahead.
गीताधिताचर्य येनापि भक्तिभावेन चेतसा वेदशास्त्रपुराणानि तेन अधीतानि सर्वशः. You want me to read the thing, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
The study of the Vedas and Puranas, verily the study of all scriptures, is completed in all respects by one who studies the Gita with devotion.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So basically, what we can see is if we are reading the Bhagavad Gita with the devotion, it means that we have already read all the Vedas and Puranas, because essentially Gita is called Gita Upanishad, Bhagavad Gita is called, and it has the essence of everything, of all the Vedic knowledge. That's why we don't have to spend like 125 years. We can't even live that long to read all the Vedic scriptures. Of course, first of all, we have to learn Sanskrit. But if we read Bhagavad Gita, which is like a song of the Bhagavan, which is Supreme Lord Krishna, then we can understand all the essence. And the Gita is not like it's a song, means the verses are sung as per a particular meter. There is no right way. It means if someone is learning, initially we will be worried, oh, am I reading these verses correctly or not? No. This Bhagavad Gita is mainly to get us the knowledge about the Supreme Lord, and to do that, so we don't have to worry about am I saying the verses correctly or not. If it is Vedic mantras which have a special power, then we have to be careful. But Bhagavad Gita we can happily read and freely and try to understand. We'll do a quick recap of chapter 10, and before we dive in, right, there is no question that is um, like that you can feel that, oh, I should not ask this question or something is controversial. No, this whole purpose of this is to clear off any of your doubts regarding Bhagavad Gita, Sanatan Dharma, or even if any other things that you see in the society that you think is not spiritual. Why is it happening like that? Because we can all discuss here, and unless if those doubts are not cleared, then you will not be able to take anything up with conviction. The doubts are the things that stop the progress, giving the second thought, oh, is this right, is this not right? Unless we convince our mind with the correct information that addresses all our doubts, we cannot make progress. So if there are any questions, I got one question yesterday, we'll discuss those towards the end of the class. We discussed about Bhagavan, his opulences, and the Chaturshloki from Bhagavad Gita, that what is the uh, who is Krishna, and he is the source of everything, who is the absolute truth, and how to attain that absolute truth, and what is the benefit of getting the absolute truth, means how it works, means Krishna within the heart reveals everything. And Arjuna then confirms that he completely accepts Krishna as the Supreme Lord, And it's not just him. He gives example of all the previous self-realized souls like Narada, Asita, Devala, Vyasa, who also confirm the same thing, that Krishnastu Bhagavan Swayam. And we have seen the importance of chanting that we do in this Kali Yuga, that Harir Nama, Harir Nama, Harir Nama Eva Kevalam, Kalau, Nasteva, 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 Gatiranyata. So we'll go to chapter 11, the universal form. We'll see how it started. Anyone wants to read the 11.1 and 2?
Yes, Prabhuji, can I? Yes.
Yeah, go ahead, Mataji. If
Arjuna
others, yeah.
said, by my hearing the instructions you have kindly given me about these most confidential spiritual subjects, my illusion has now been dispelled. And two,
Yes,
O
Mataji.
Lotus-eyed one, I have heard from you in detail about the appearance and disappearance of every living entity and have realized your inexhaustible glories.
So Arjuna is saying that, oh Krishna, thank you for revealing those confidential subjects. Now, with the help of those that confidential information that you shared, all of my illusion is now dispelled. Means he's now in the stage where he is completely freed from any doubts that Krishna is the Supreme Lord. But now, from this point onwards, he will start establishing for anybody else who still has other doubts by taking the position. Till then, he wanted to like express all his doubts that they have, although he's doing this out of the influence of Yoga Maya for the benefit of all the generations that are yet to come after him, like all of us. But then now, once Krishna he accepts the Supreme Lord, he also used that this is the opportunity to make sure that uh, that everything is done in the right manner, meaning that nobody else sometime later will come and say that, oh, I am also the Supreme Lord, because we'll see how Arjuna tries to establish that. Evam yetat yattattvam
एवम्
एवं
एतत्
एतत् तदातत्त्वम्
तत्त्वम्
atmanam parameshwara
आत्मानं
आत्मानं
परमेश्वर
परमेश्वर
drashtumiच्छami te rupam
द्रष्टुम्
द्रष्टुमिच्छामि ते
ते
इच्छामि ते
रूपम्
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 aishwaram purushottama.
ऐश्वरं
ऐश्वरं
ऐश्वरम्
पुरुषोत्तम.
पुरुषोत्तम.
Translation, anyone?
O greatest of
greatest of
all
all.
person,
Yes, somebody else.
Yeah. Harisha Mataji, you can go ahead.
O greatest of all personalities, O supreme form, though I see you here before me in your actual position, as you have described yourself, I wish to see how you have entered into this cosmic manifestation. I want to see that form of yours.
Yeah. So Arjuna is asking now Krishna to reveal his, what is that, universal form, means the Vishwarupa. How did this universe come into existence? Like how great that form is, and why is he doing that? He wants to show that this only the Supreme Lord will be able to show his universal form, isn't it? Someone, if I claim that I'm the Supreme Lord, I have to show that this everything that came into existence is through me. So that means that previously, so don't annotate. Okay. So previously, Krishna has shown his universal form, but in the future, if someone says, I am the Supreme Lord, we have to have some guidelines, right? Or we have to have some criteria to accept the as the avatar. We can't just say that, oh, just because I claim I become an avatar. No. So if someone claims to be an avatar, they have to show their universal form. In Kali Yuga, so many people are claiming, I am this Baba, I am this Bhagavan, I am that, I am this. Just ask them, can you show your universal form, sir? That's what Prabhupada says. And they will immediately run from there because they know that they are not the Supreme Lord. One person can read each of the translation from 4 to 6.
11.4.
Yes,
Arjuna
Mataji.
said, if you think that I am able to behold your cosmic form, O my Lord, O Master of all mystic power, then kindly show me that unlimited universal self.
Next. Anyone
The
else?
Supreme Personality of Godhead said, my dear Arjuna, O son of Pritha, see now my opulence, hundreds of thousands of very divine and multicolored forms.
Anyone else?
O best of the Bharatas, see here the different manifestations of Adityas, Vasu Rudras, Ashwini Kumaras, and all the other demigods. Behold the many wonderful things which no one has ever seen or heard
Thank
of
you.
before.
Thank you, Mataji. So Arjuna is asking, see again, he is very humble. This humility is very important. In the bhakti process, what is the one quality that Krishna likes a lot is being humble. And even that is mentioned in the other religions also, especially in Christianity, it says there will be a time when the meek and the humble will something like rule the world or get the Lord's mercy, something like that, which means that if you are humble, you will be immediately getting the mercy of the Lord. Because think of it, we are all the children of the Supreme Lord. If we are like not showing our ego and we are not having that pride, we are just meekly, or we are in a humble manner, we are following the instructions of the Father. Would the Father be happy or would the Father be not happy? Obviously he will be happy, correct? So in the same way, the Supreme Lord, he will be like, oh, look at this boy or look at this girl. They have the independence to do whatever they want in this world, but they sacrificed all their independence and they're just trying to reach me. Although at one point they have turned their face away from me, but now they want to come back to me. When that happens, Krishna will not wait even for a moment. And actually, I don't know if anyone shared with the story life of Gopakumar. Um, there is a Gopakumar, his name is, and he is a great yogi. He tried so many different processes of yoga. He went to higher planets and then went back to other planets. He was not satisfied there. Then he went and merged into the Brahma Jyoti, the one type of liberation that we discussed. He was not satisfied there. He came back and again he went to Vaikuntha planets, different Vaikuntha planets. He was very, very so much happy by being there. But that once he felt that something else is missing, that love for the Supreme Lord is missing. So finally, when he went to the Goloka Vrindavan and he starts walking towards the place where Krishna is playing with his cowherd boys, as soon as Krishna sees that Gopakumar, that boy, one of the in a Gopa form, cowherd boy form, starts walking towards Krishna, Krishna doesn't wait. He immediately goes running towards him. He embraces Gopakumar and immediately faints. Who faints? It is not the Gopakumar, it is Krishna who faints. Everybody who is around him, he was like, Krishna, they were surprised. Why would Krishna faint? And then after some time, Krishna like comes back and then she says, oh, Gopakumar, how much time I had to. They ask, what happened, Krishna? Why you fainted? Then he says, oh, Gopakumar, I have been waiting for you for millions and millions of life. Finally, you decided to come to me. And then he feels very, very happy seeing. So it's not the story of one Gopakumar. It is the story of each and every one of us. Krishna is actually waiting. He has a independent, unique relationship with each and every one of us. And that relationship, we are the one that is not taking that relationship. The moment we turn towards Krishna and start building that relationship, and once that comes to the complete purity, then without means purity means without any other desires. I don't want to have relationship with my car, my house, my wife, my husband, my children, my brother, sister. I want to have that complete relationship only with Krishna. When that point comes, then we are nowhere else other than in Golok Vrindavan, in the association with Krishna, in one of the relationships that and enjoying the supreme bliss. And then Krishna is saying that, oh Arjuna, all the opulences that I have mentioned, now you are going to see them. So these verses, I think the rest of see. Let me read the verses and then someone can read the translation. Ihaikastam jagatkritsnam pasyadya sa characharam mama deha gudakesha yachanya drashtumichasi natumam shakyase drashtum anenaiva swachakshusha divyam dadami te chakshuhu pashyame yogamaishwaram. Translation, anyone?
Oh Arjuna, whatever you wish to see, behold at once in this body of mine. This universal form can show you whatever you now desire to see and whatever you may want to see in the future. Everything moving and non-moving is here completely in one place, but you cannot see me with your present eyes. Therefore, I give you divine eyes. Behold my mystic opulence.
Okay, thank you, Mataji. So Chakshusha means eyes. So what Krishna is saying, Divyam dadami te chakshuhu means with the current eyes that you have, you will not be able to see me. So I'm going to give you transcendental vision. Dadami means give, Chakshushu means eyes, Divya means transcendental. So people who are like scientists or like atheists, they say, oh, if there is God, why cannot see him? First of all, the form of the Supreme Lord is transcendental. And we can see him if he wishes, and then if he takes like the form of Krishna as if it looks like a human form, although its body is transcendental, we can see him. But if we want to see like what the science is seeing, what is behind this Big Bang, what is this dark matter, no, we cannot measure with the physical instruments that we have because they are limited by the material rules or the material laws. But what we know is that this spiritual world is completely above the material world, and all the things that logic, all the understanding, all the knowledge, everything falls apart once we go from the material world to the spiritual world. That is in a completely different realm, and we need a transcendental vision to reach that level. And that's what Krishna is giving Arjuna, that transcendental vision where he will be able to see the universal form. Aneka Vaktra Nayanam Aneka. Anyone wants to read the verse? I can give them the opportunity.
Aneka Vaktra Nayanam, Aneka Bhuta Darshanam, Aneka Divya Bharanam, Divyanekotya Tayudham.
Anyone else wants to read the next one? 11.11.
दिव्यमाला वरधरं दिव्यगन्धानुलेपनं सर्वाश्चर्यमयं देवम् अनन्तं विश्वतोमुखम्.
Jai, thank you, Matajis. Translation, anyone?
Arjuna saw in that universal form unlimited mouths, unlimited eyes, unlimited wonderful visions. The form was decorated with many celestial ornaments and bore many divine upraised weapons. He wore celestial garlands and garments, and many divine scents were smeared over his body. All was wondrous, brilliant, unlimited, all expanding.
Jai, thank you, Matajis. So basically, also in this universal form, Krishna is everything. Like this whole material world is bound by time, which means that there is the past, there is present, and there is future. And in that universal form, you can see everything. You can see the past, you can see the present, you can actually see what is the future going to be. So, and Arjuna would be desiring to see what's going to be the result also, right? Because he was, he wants to know what is the, whether it is following the instructions that Krishna gave, what is going to happen. He has that, and Krishna shows that also. And then this universal form has multiple mouths, means it's the encapsulation of everything in this material world, all types of different forms that are there. Everything can be seen. That like you see, it's a depiction of something like this. It's not difficult to explain, but that's what it is. Tatraikastam Jagat Krishnam. Yeah, anyone wants to read? That's was in translation.
तत्रैकं जगत्कृष्णं प्रविभक्तम् अनेकधा अपश्याद्देव देवस्य शरीरे पाण्डवार्थदा. At that time, Arjuna could see in the universal form of the Lord the unlimited expansions of the universe situated in one place, although divided into many, many thousands.
Yeah, so it is mentioned in the scriptures that from Mahavishnu's body, each pore in his body, like we have the pores, right, where the hair comes out, like from each pore, universes keep coming out. So Arjuna was able to see all these different universes that are expanding from his body. Translation and verse, anyone other than like anyone else did not get the opportunity? Or who wants to read second time? Okay. Arjuna Uvacha
Arjunovacha
Pashyami Devam
Pashyavan
Stava Deva Dehe
Dehe Sarvansya Tata Bhutam Vishesha Sangham Brahmananam Isham Kamalasana Rinsacha Sarvan Urogarnischa Divyan.
Uragamscha Divyan. So yeah, when there is a dash on the A, it is a long A. So it's not Ovacha, it is Ovacha. When there is a dot on like a tilde on the S, it not a tilde, it is I think a single like a single quote on the S, it is Sha. So it becomes Pashyami, Devams, or it can like a half end sound, Devans. And sarvams tata bhuta vishesha. So there is two types of sha in Sanskrit. One is the disha and one is disha. This is not a sha with not a long stress, but this is sha. So it is vishesha sangan. Okay. And then this is rishims. Arjuna said, "My dear Lord Krishna, I see assembled in your body all the demigods and various others living entities. I see Brahma sitting on the lotus flower, as well as Lord Shiva, and all the sages and divine serpents." Excuse me. So, Arjuna is seeing all the different demigods and Brahma, Shiva, everyone also in that supreme, in that universal form, because that is the complete manifestation of the entire material world. रूपं महत्ते बहुवक्त्र नेत्रं महाबाहो बाहुरुपादं बहूदरं बहु दंष्ट्राकरालं दृष्ट्वा लोका प्रव्यतीतास्तताहम्. Translation, anyone?
O mighty armed one, all the planets with their demigods are distributed at seeing your great form, with its disturbed at seeing your great form, with its many faces, eyes, arms, thighs, legs, and bellies, and your many terrible teeth, and as they are disturbed, so am I.
So when the universal form was displayed to Arjuna, the demigods and the higher planets were like shocked to see why is this universal form being displayed right now. And that universal form is complete, right, which is it has both the aspects of the creation, maintenance, and destruction also, which means that they were able to see the forms with which are like at the time of the universal destruction, like the pralaya kala, and was looking at those form that is very much terrible. The demigods were disturbed, and just like the demigods were disturbed, Arjuna was also very disturbed. He was like, "Oh, why did I ask Krishna to show that universal form? Oh my God, this is I can't even I'm very much afraid of seeing this universal form, especially during the time of Pralaya, the form that Krishna takes to destroy everything. We can read the translation. We can skip the verse. Anyone wants to read the translation?
All the sons of Dhritarashtra, along with their allied kings, and Bhishma, Drona, Karna, and our chief soldiers also, are rushing into your fearful mouths, and some I see trapped with heads smashed between your teeth.
Yeah, so Arjuna can see the future, and in the future he can see that all the kings that are fighting there, including Bhishma, Drona, Karna, are all getting crushed under the teeth of the Supreme Lord, as if like the moths are being crushed. Okay. Anyone else wants to read the translation?
O Lord of Lords, so fierce of form, please tell me who you are. I offer my obeisance unto you. Please be gracious to me. You are the primal Lord. I want to know about you, for I do not know what your mission is.
So now Arjuna is asking, he's like, oh Krishna, you will see in the next verses, who are you? Like, you are everything. Like, what is your mission? Why you came to this place like as if you are like an ordinary human being? What is your purpose of your coming here? So he's bewildered and he is asking that question. And now Krishna is saying, Shri Bhagavan Vacha. You can repeat.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Kalosmi lokakshayakrit pravruddho
Kalosmi
Kalosmi lokakshaya
Lokakshaya
pravriddho
Pravriddho.
lokan samahartumiha pravruttaha
Lokan
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 Samahartumiha
samadhi iha
Pravrittah.
pravrittaha
ऋतेऽपि त्वां न भविष्यन्ति सर्वे
Ritepi Tvam
ritepi
na
tvam na
bhavishyन्ति
bhavishyanti sarve
एव स्थिता अनीकेषु युद्धाः योधाः
Yeva
eva
Stita
stitha
Pratyanikeshu
pratyanikeshu
Yodha.
yodaha.
Translation anyone?
A supreme personality of Godhead said, Time I am, the great destroyer of the worlds, and I have come here to destroy all people. With the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers here on both sides will be slain.
Now Krishna is revealing, I am Kalosmi, I am Kala, the time that destroys everything, and I am here because everyone's time is up. They have been doing so many activities that is causing burden on the earth, and this is the time where it is they have to go back. Means they have to be um, like removed from this burden of the earth. And I think this verse is also being quoted wrongly by Oppenheimer when he does the atom bomb, but that's a different story. तस्मात् त्वम् उत्तिष्ठ यशो लभस्व जित्वा शत्रून् भुङ्क्ष्व राज्यं समृद्धं निहताः पूर्वमेव निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. I think in this verse, this is very important. निमित्तमात्रं भव सव्यसाचिन्. Translation, anyone?
Therefore, get up, prepare to fight, and win glory. Conquer your enemies and enjoy a flourishing kingdom. They are already put to death by my arrangement, and you, O Savyasachi, can be put an instrument in the fight.
Sabyasachi. So what is the glory of Krishna is he can do anything, whatever he wants. If he really wants, he can just release his Sudarshan Chakra and annihilate every of these Kauravas and the other bad people in the society. But he wants to glorify his devotees. That is the key. And that's why he is telling, oh Arjuna, just become an instrument. Nimitta matram bhavaya savyasachi. Savyasachi means someone who is very expert in shooting the arrows. Arjuna, just shoot your arrows, and I am here. Everything is already arranged. You will be glorified. Because once this Kurukshetra war is over, who we know as the hero of the whole battle? Arjuna, right? Because Krishna did not fight. It was Arjuna who fought and killed so many people on the other side. And he is the hero of the Kurukshetra. And why? Because he has the divine blessing of Krishna. He just followed the instructions of Krishna and he became a Savyasachin. He became a Nimitta Matram, means just an instrument in Krishna's hand. And Arjuna is continuing. After seeing this, so we have like maybe 10 more minutes, but I see there are more slides. So I'll quickly read the translation and explain. After seeing this universal form, which I have never seen before, I am gladdened, but at the same time, my mind is disturbed with fear. Therefore, please bestow your grace upon me and reveal again your form as the personality of Godhead, O Lord of Lords, O abode of the universe. So Arjuna is saying that now, although I am gladdened, means to see this universal form, I am also very disturbed with fear. So he's asking, please reveal, come back to your form that was that is very pleasing to me. And then, O universal form, O thousand-armed Lord, I wish to see you in the four-armed form, with helmeted head and with club, wheel, conch, and lotus flower in your hands. I long to see you in that form. So he's also asking to show his Narayana form, because the Krishna is nothing, who is none other than Vishnu himself, who is Narayana, who is Hari, who he goes by different names. And he's saying, okay, can you show me here Narayana form also with the Vishnu chakra, means the Sudarshan chakra, the Panchajanya, the conch shell, the Kaumodaki mace, and then the Padma, like the lotus flower. And Sanjay is telling to Dhritarashtra, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Krishna, having spoken thus to Arjuna, displayed his real four-armed form and at last showed his two-armed form, thus encouraging the fearful Arjuna. So first he then showed his four-armed form as the Narayana form. Then he again showed back his two-armed form, which is very pleasing. Krishna means, the name itself means all attractive. Then he encouraged Arjuna, don't be afraid, I am showing his form. But what is the essence we can take from is, if someone um, um, is if someone is like a minister in a court or like a citizen, they don't dare to go and sit in the king's chair, isn't it? Like because they know it's not their position. And similarly, an VP or a director will not go into a meeting and act like a CEO. But a CEO can always come down and act like a VP or a director. Nobody will say anything because he is the person who can do anything. Similarly, a king can come into the society and do some work. Nobody will say anything. So basically, that we can understand that Krishna, being the Supreme Lord, he can take the form as Narayana. He can take the form as the two-handed form. He can take his universal form. It's all him only. That's why Krishna is put on the topmost. If we look at any other way around, it's not possible for Krishna to show the Narayana form. It's not possible for him to show the universal form. So the Krishna is the topmost, and then that's why he is able to show all these other forms. When Arjuna thus saw Krishna in his original form, he said, "O Janardana, seeing this human-like form so very beautiful, I am now composed in mind and I am restored to my original nature," which is that he is now no longer fearful, and he felt that very pleased to see the human-like form of Krishna, which is the actual form. Translation for these two verses, anyone?
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said, "My dear Arjuna, this form of mine you are now seeing is very difficult to behold. Even the demigods are ever seeking the opportunity to see this form, which is so dear. The form you are seeing with your transcendental eyes cannot be understood simply by studying the Vedas, nor by undergoing serious penances, nor by charity, nor by worship. It is not by these means that one can see me as I am.
What Krishna is saying is this two-handed form, Arjuna, that you are seeing with your divine eyes means that two-handed form is very special, that the demigods are always seeking to see that form, because that form is only displayed to is Krishna has that form in the Goloka Vrindavan. Well, that's why that demigods are always seeking, because they don't have entry into there unless someone has a relationship in pure love with the Supreme Lord. And that is just simply by reading Vedas, we are studying Vedas, we cannot understand. By simply doing so many penances and charity, or even by simply worship, we cannot understand. Because if you study the Vedas, Jnana Yoga, you might be able to get the Brahman liberation. By doing serious penances or by doing charity, you will go to higher planets, but still in the material world. By doing some worship seriously with all the heart, you might be getting Vaikuntha planets. But even there, you will see only the Narayana of the Supreme Lord. But only if you have the pure love for the Supreme Lord, you will see the transcendental two-handed form of the Supreme Lord. And now Krishna is revealing how you can see that transcendental form. My dear Arjuna, only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am standing before you, and can thus be seen directly. Only in this way you can enter into the mysteries of my understanding. So the answer is you have to have bhakti. Bhaktya tvam ananya. Ananya bhakti means the chapter 9. Unalloyed devotional service. Uh, uh, so basically, unalloyed devotional service means ahayutuki apratihata, means it should be unmotivated and unconditional. It's not like, oh Krishna, I want to uh, love you only if you give me this, right? That is a condition based. Or it cannot be any motivations also. It's like, oh Krishna, I am doing this service, but back of the mind, I'm not going to ask you, but I want all my miseries in my life to be removed so that I want to love you. No, there should not be any conditions, any motivations in that love for Krishna. Only then it will be unconditional. And the closest thing that Krishna says is that comes close to that kind of relationship is the love of a mother to the child. It is unconditional. The mother doesn't care whether the child will grow up and look after her or not. The mother doesn't care whether the child will turn into a good human being or bad human being. It's just her duty. She just loves unconditionally without anything in return. Even if the child doesn't love the mother back, no, the mother will continue. So it's similar is the love that we have to reach that level. It's not easy, but we with constant practice, then we will be able to achieve that. Because once we start loving the Supreme Lord, that we will automatically start loving all the other living entities, because we see the Supreme Lord Krishna within the heart of everyone. So there is no longer a friend or an enemy. Everything is the manifestation of the Supreme Lord. So we become a source of love ourselves. We start emanating that love, and everybody will feel very happy associating with us. The last verse in chapter 11, my dear Arjuna, he who engages in my pure devotional service is free from the contamination of fruitive activities and mental speculation. He works for me, who makes me the supreme, he who works for me, who makes me the supreme goal of his life, and who is friendly to every living being, he certainly comes to me. So one of the condition is that besides the pure love, he should be friendly to living beings. This we lot of people miss, because as soon as we make some progress in Krishna consciousness, we get the feeling of pride, and then we start looking down on people or start looking up on people and saying that, oh, this is a great person, I want to achieve like that position. No, you have to be friendly to. You cannot expect your father to love you if you are constantly fighting with your siblings. It doesn't work that way. It will actually makes your the heart of the father painful, because if you are constantly fighting with the other living entities, the father will not be happy, right? Would the father be happy if the siblings are fighting over some asset or some property or something?
Yeah.
No.
No.
So that's the same thing. First and foremost is we have to be, and it is revealed in Bhagavatam, the three conditions will make Krishna immediately happy. What are those three conditions? we become satisfied with whatever we have. And means like we might be having a bangla or like a small house, we might be having a car or having a no car. We should be satisfied with whatever we get, because everything that we have is based on our past karma only. If we are fully satisfied, then we no longer hanker for other things. Then we start. Then the second condition is we should be friendly to every living beings. It's not just like other devotees or the other people. No, of course that level is very difficult to achieve, but at least we have to start by keeping ourselves in good company, and then start being friendly to other living beings. And finally, the third one is making some effort in towards the love of a Krishna, either through chanting or reading or those aspects. If we do these three things, Krishna will immediately be happy. Which is, of course, the third one includes preaching also, means telling this knowledge to everyone. And this universal form, another kind of pastime is where he reveals a similar form, not exactly the same level, but a partial form, universal form to Mother Yashoda when he was eating dirt and she asked to open his mouth. Everyone knows of this pastime, right? And then yeah, so one of the verse from the chapter 11, 36th verse is Arjuna says, O master of the senses, the world becomes joyful upon hearing your name, and thus everyone becomes attached to you. That's the power of the holy name of the Lord. If we keep chanting, our heart gets purified. Cheto darpanamajanam bhava mahadavagni nirvapanam shreya kairava chandrika vidaranam vidya avadu jivanam anandambudi vardhanam pratipadam purnamruta swadanam sarvatma snapanam param vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says the glories of the holy name. Once you start chanting the holy name, our heart is like a mirror. We are not able to see ourselves and Krishna on that mirror because it is covered with dirt. What is the dirt? It is the dirt of all the material desires that we have. I want this, I want that, I want to become this, I want to become that, from millions of lifetimes. If you take a mirror and just keep on adding dirt to it, will you be able to see any reflection? No,
No.
right? No, but how can you remove the dirt? If you use some wet water, it will become more difficult to remove the dirt. But if you take a small rubber hammer and keep beating the mirror gradually, that vibration, what it will do? It will make the dirt vibrate and fall off from the mirror. And if you keep doing that, keep on doing that, all the dirt falls off. And finally, the mirror becomes very clean. So that kind of vibration is the vibration of the holy name. If we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra regularly every day, that keep vibration will keep dropping off the desires from our heart. We no longer hanker for, I want this promotion, I want glorification from my boss, I want glorification from my kids, I want everyone to say good things about me, I want my relatives to respect me. No, nobody so you don't even care about those anymore, because those desires don't matter to you anymore. And or your friends, I want my friends to think that I'm a great person. I want my friends to think I'm better than this other friend. Like, no, because those are all the things that we all have come through. There is some point where we have to understand it doesn't make any sense. And all those desires for glorification, for material assets, for pride, everything will start falling off, and then we start becoming, our heart becomes very pure, and then we'll start seeing the reflection of ourselves and Krishna in that mirror, and we will see that, oh, that this is the relationship I had with Krishna, either as a gopi, or either as a gopa boy, either as a elderly gopi or gopa taking care of Krishna, or there are so many unlimited number of relationships, and that our true relationship will come out, and then we'll go back home, back to Godhead. So any questions on chapter 11 before we discuss one question from chapter 10? Is it clear? Okay.
Prabhuji, one question. So here in the two universal forms which you mentioned, like one was shown to
Mother Yashoda, and
Mother
actually there
Yashoda and
is,
one to. So how many universal forms are exactly shown, and is there any difference in each form?
Yeah, so the universal form is a material form, which because it is he's showing all the forms that are within the universe, this material universe. So it has many variations. He also showed similar kind of form when Duryodhana tries to arrest him when he came as a messenger, asking Arjuna, asking Duryodhana, "Hey, let's not fight with, don't fight with your cousins. Just give them small, like 5 villages. They will rule by those small villages." And Duryodhana says that, "Forget about the small 5 villages. I'm not going to give them the land that is occupied by the tip of a pin. And first of all, you came on their behalf. I'm going to arrest you. Then can anyone arrest him?" So he immediately shows a small partial universal form, and everybody is scared. And then they don't even dare to do anything. Similarly, other kind of universal forms where multiple all the different universes that exist are shown to Mother Yashoda, and the most elaborate one was shown to Arjuna, which is almost complete, which has past, present, future, all kinds of demigods that are there. So those are different variations, Mataji, but and there could be more that are not documented, where Krishna
Ma,
can be revealing those universal forms.
excuse me, it's for
Thank you, Prabhu.
Shishupal. Shishupal also, right? When he
Shishupal, I
said,
don't remember, but I can check and get back. But Shishupal, he just used his Sudarshan Chakra and cut off his head because he doesn't have anything to prove, right? He just says that everybody, King Yudhishthira, he says that for the Rajashu Yagna, I want Krishna to be the chief guest and I want everyone to give their approval. Everybody who came gives the approval except for Shishupala and Dantavakra. And not only giving the approval, Shishupala starts telling bad words about Krishna, even though none of those apply. But Krishna gave the word to his Shishupala's mother that I am not going to do anything to your son. I will wait for 100 mistakes.
"Till-
And when he will finish off his last mistake, then he releases his Sudarshan Chakra and Shishupala runs here, there. Nobody can save him and his head gets cut off. I don't see, or at least I can check back, but I don't remember Krishna showing his universal form to Shishupala.
Prabhuji, so Krishna showed his universal form to Yashoda. So what can be the reason? I mean, what was his intention behind that?
So there are multiple things that acharyas explain, but then sometimes um, Krishna doesn't want to show his opulence, but it is the Yogamaya sometimes reveals the Krishna's opulence. Because Mother Yashoda, she was thinking that Krishna is an ordinary boy, but suddenly he says that he did not lie, correct? Which he says that he did not eat dirt. How is
Hmm.
it possible? He ate dirt, but Supreme Lord should not lie to his own mother, correct? So that's
Hmm.
why to make it right, Yogamaya shows that there is nothing that Krishna has within outside or inside. The whole universe is within him, which means that even though he ate dirt, it's not considered inside. It is outside also because the universe is outside. There is no inside outside. So in that way, Krishna is not lying.
Okay. Yeah, got it, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. Any other questions? So one of the question that came yesterday was like Krishna says he is also the Sukracharya in one of the opulences. Then the question is, why is Krishna helping the demons? The answer is very easy, like very easy in the sense like we can if we think from the aspect of the Krishna as the supreme father, the default relationship. Krishna says in chapter 14, Aham Bija Pradah Pita, I am the seed giving father of every living entities. It's not just humans, it's not just, but it includes the humans, animals, demigods, demons, everyone. And if you are a father, and would you um, uh, show partiality to your kids, even though some might be good, some might be bad, unless and until, let's say, one of them has completely surrendered onto you and he says that I want completely your help, then you might show that to give some extra protection. But if neither of them surrendered onto you, why would you be showing partiality to one or another? Do you show partiality to one or the other?
No.
No, Prabhuji.
Yeah, but of course, when someone you says that someone is doing the good thing, you encourage them by giving what they, and somebody is doing the bad thing, you will punish them in terms of your kids also. So whether it is a demon or a demigod or a human being, it is their current birth that they got based on the previous activities that they did. Just because they became a demon doesn't mean that they should always not get their mercy, right? If a demon wants to um, enjoy their life, then the Supreme Lord will give them the means. So if the demon wants to become strength, get more powers, then he has to give that. So in the form, in that way, he also is Sukracharya, who is helping the demons also. But at the same time, when they exceed their limits, then he will also come and punish. Like he came as Lord Narsimha, Lord Varaha, where he killed Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyaksha. But at the same time, there are devotees in even in demoniac family like Prahlada, even Bali Maharaj. When Bali Maharaj was looking to rule the entire world, Sukracharya helped him and rule the entire universe. And then that's how it is. Is it clear? Somebody who asked the question. Yeah, I will check with. It looks like the Mataji did not join. Yeah, any other questions? So basically, what we have to understand is by default, when we are in this material world, our relationship with the Supreme Lord is a father-son relation, father-son in the sense father-child relationship, which means that we are always asking, Dad, I want this, Dad, I want that, Dad, I want this. And in that, you really are not showing any love in reciprocation. But of course, you can start showing love there. In the example that was given is you take a pocket money from your father and you spend that money. Will the father feel sad that you spent all the money? No, he will feel happy. But if the father you took $100, you spend $90, and with the $10 you buy an item and give it to your father, will the father feel more happy or not? Your father will feel more happy. So similarly, everything belongs to Krishna. There is nothing that belongs to us. But if we come to the consciousness that, oh, everything belongs to the father, I want to give something back to him. That's the start of our devotional life, where we are now trying to give back to Krishna. Even though nothing belongs to us, we are out of some gratitude, out of that consciousness that Krishna, it belongs to you. I am using most of it, but take this. Then that our heart starts to turn softer from the material desires that has hardened it. Then we start making progress, and then we start establishing a different kind of relationship with Krishna, like as a friend, as like a master servant kind of relationship, or like a as if our own child. Because why I bring that is, like, if you it's easy to love our children, right? If we start thinking in that aspect of it, it will be very easy. Like all the pastimes of Krishna are very sweet. So there's nobody who will not feel very pleased to hear the pastimes of little Krishna. So ultimately, we have to move from that relationship of father-child to a different relationship, which will take us back home, back to Godhead. Okay, is that clear? I think these are a little any sadhana journey is giving back to, yes, that's correct. So the sadhana bhakti is we discussed, right, there are two kinds of bhakti. One is sadhana bhakti, one is the sadhya bhakti. Sadhana is something that you do, either chanting or like going to temple, doing archana, doing patana, means like reading Bhagavad-gita. All those comes under sadhana. Sadhana means practice. And this everything is giving back, because either we are giving back our time, we are giving back our money, we are giving back our mind, consciousness, thoughts. All those are bringing Krishna into their life, so we are sacrificing that. So that is all. Yes, that's correct, Mataji. Someone who put on the chat. Nice
Thank you.
understanding.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Thanks for the explanation, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yeah. So once we reach that sadhya stage, which is the service in spontaneity. Right now, we have to put effort. In the sadhana stage, we have to keep on telling our mind, I want to do this, I have to do this. But once you reach that other stage, there is no more, I have to do this. I really want to do this. There is nothing else I want to do other than serving Krishna. Once that stage is reached, then that's where we are already in the Vaikuntha platform, although we are living here. So other yoga processes will take you to the destination after leaving the body. But if in the path of bhakti, if you make progress, even by staying in this material world, you are actually staying in Vaikuntha. Your whole surrounding becomes Vaikuntha. You were like a moving Vaikuntha yourself. Okay. Any other questions? If not,
Okay.
yeah, great.
Okay. Sure.
If no other questions, we'll say Hare Krishna Mahamantra once and close today's session. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. भगवान श्री कृष्ण परमात्मा की जय, ग्रंथराज भगवत गीता की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, ऑल गुरुज टू कृष्ण, हरे कृष्ण, कृष्ण वैष्णव डिवोटीज, हरे कृष्ण. Thank you everyone. Hare Krishna.